Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about Spring Cloud Load Balancer here. Okay, so what is load balancing? So if we're talking about load balancing is the process of distributing the traffic among different instances of the same application. Okay, so let's say that if you would like to build a fault tolerant system, right? So it's common to run multiple instances of each application. Here we have three instances, right? So like this, you need to be run multiple instances of each application, right? So whenever one service needs to be communicate with each other, okay, then it needs to pick up a particular instance to send its request, right? Like this cloud Okay, like this the load balancer will work. Now if we're talking about load balancing, we have a couple of load balancing algorithms. We have a random selection, round robin, least connections. Okay, so like this we have a couple of algorithms. You can choose depends on your requirement here. Okay, so let's jump into the code. Let's create the project for Spring Cloud load balancing here. Okay, so load balancing. Okay, and so this library is not required, so we need this Eureka discovery plan to register with Eureka server, and after that we need cloud load balancer here. Okay, and apart from this we need webflex reactive web dependency. Okay, and these three dependencies, and let's take Lombok for setters and getters. Okay, and generate this project. I'm just opening this project in my IntelliJ. Okay, now let's open resources directory here, and let's add application.yaml file here. Okay, let's add Spring application name. So I'm going to add load balancer here. Okay, and so let's add server port number 7070 here. Okay, and let's open this main file. So here I'm going to create the inventory service here. Okay, so to work with this inventory, basically I need inventory Java class. Okay, so that is model class. So let's create inventory model class. Okay, so let's create controller. Inside this controller package I need inventory controller package here. Okay, inventory controller, and let's add REST controller here, and let's add request mapping. Okay, so inside this you can add um, inventory. Okay, and so after this I need to get the product information, right? So I need to call the product service here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use web client here. Okay, so to communicate with the product service I'm going to use the web client here. Okay, so to work with web client, basically I need to create web client configuration here. Okay, let's create web client, okay, configuration here. So at the rate of configuration. Okay, and after that we need at the rate of bean class here. Okay, let's take web client builder. Okay, web client builder here, and let's return web client builder here. Okay, and this could be bean class here, right? And after that okay, so I need to create uh, one more configuration class. Okay, so that configuration class I'm going to create here. Okay, so let's create more one more Java class, so that is configuration class. Okay, inventory configuration. So this inventory configuration, so let's take at the rate of b. Okay, so inside this I'm going to take service instance list supplier. So this could be written. Okay, so okay, let's maximize this. So I need to create like one of the service instance. I will take product service instance, okay, supplier here. So here we need to provide our product service name here. Okay, and after that let's create this class here. Okay, this class should be implements we have like service instance list supplier. So I'm going to implement this class, and we have okay, we need to provide service id here. Okay, private let's take string service id here. Okay, and after that we need to implement these methods, these two methods. Okay, and let's take product service. So here let's provide this service id. For this constructor I'm passing this service id here. Okay, and let's pass service id here. So this we have a method to get method, right? So here we need to provide like service instances of this product service here. So let's say that if you would like to pass like multiple service instances, you need to define here. Okay, so I already opened this Spring Cloud Load Balancer official Spring page here. Okay, this method we need to override. So let's copy this. To save the time I just copied this. Okay, so paste here, and let's import required classes here. Okay, so here we have defined 3 instances, right? But I need to define only 2 instances. Okay, so what we need to do is we have to provide the instance id 1 and 2, and we have to provide the host here, and after that port number. So I'm going to start my product service on 8081 and 8082 here. Okay, so if you want to define like multiple instances, you can just define here. Okay, it's straightforward. And after that, so this is our configuration class, and here we need to provide the rate of primary. Okay, and that's it. So our configuration class is ready now. So coming to web client configuration here, right, we need to provide the load balanced annotation on top of this. Okay, and after that we have a load balanced client here. Okay, inside this we need to provide the name. Okay, so the name is product service. Okay, and this is invoking service, and after that we need to provide the configuration here, right? So this configuration is inventory configuration class here. Okay, this is straightforward. So that's it. And apart from this, what we need to do is in the product service class, right, so we want to check it out like so service related information like client related information, URI, host, and other details, right? So to work with this, basically we need to define. Okay, so we have a discovery client. Okay, so this discovery client actually having 2 things. One is like Netflix, another one is Spring here. So we need to make use Spring client here. Okay, let's make use this, and after that we need to log the service instance details here. So what I'm going to do is, okay, discovery client dot get instances. Okay, and here we need to provide the service name. Okay, so service name could be product, okay, service, and after that for each. Okay, so here, so I'm going to make use this service instance. Okay, dot here we have a instance id, okay, and service ID. That's it. So so this will print like details related to this service instances details. Okay, so if you want to separate it out in separate methods, just use this extract method here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is provide log service instances. Okay, so that's it. Service, right? C is missed. Okay, so that's it. So let's start first this product service in the two instances. So one is like 8081, another one is 8082 here. Okay, I think server is not started, Eureka server. First let's start this Eureka server, and after that we need to start our product service and our inventory service here. Okay, so let's restart this product service one more time, and one instance is started successfully, and let's start another instance. Okay, two are started successfully, and go back to our inventory service here, that is Spring Cloud load balancing. Okay, so here go to our main application, and in the application.aml file, right, so we need to register with Eureka server here. So to do this, basically we need to define that Eureka service URL. So we already defined in the product service, right? Let's copy that same information and let's paste here instead of wasting time. Okay, and let's start this application here, and let's test this. Okay, it started successfully, and go back to our Eureka server. Let's refresh this. We can see Spring Cloud load balancing here. Let's open this, and here we need to provide inventory. Okay, so it is not working. Coming back to inventory service, and let's check this controller here. Okay, so this is our inventory, right? So I did not provide any information here. So what I need to do is I need to provide, so this web client builder, okay, load balance web client builder here. Okay, so let's provide a method public. So I'm going to use this, right? So I'm going to return this list of products here. Okay, so one more thing, we need to copy the product from this product service because it is going to return the products, right? So let's copy this model class from product service and coming back to this inventory controller here. Okay, and let's provide in the model class, in the model package. Okay, so now going back to controller. Okay, so here just provide product here. Okay, and after that let's import list here. Get product details, details. Okay, and let's use this load balance client builder here. Okay, and we have a build get. Okay, after that URI, inside this URI we need to provide HTTP localhost. Okay, and our service is, sorry, here we should not provide any localhost. We need to define with our service name here. Okay, and after that our path, and this is your URI, and after that we have to retrieve this, and we have body to mono. So inside this we have to define parameterized reference here. So here it's going to be provide list of products here. Okay, let's provide this, and let's remove this, and here, okay, that's it. Just return this, and let's provide at the rate of get mapping on top of this, and here we need to auto add this to work with this client builder here. Okay, so that's it, and let's restart this again. Okay, it's restarted successfully. Going back to our endpoint, let's hit this. So we can see some exception here. So let's check this exception, get instances string, because this discovery okay, this discovery, so it is throwing some error. Okay, going back to our product service. So the product service is throwing error in the product controller, and here what we are doing, we are getting instances from discovery client here. Okay, and after that what we are doing, we are getting instance ID. Okay, and after that uh, port service ID, and host. Okay, here what I will do is, instead of instance ID, I will get URI here. Okay, and cancel, stop all. Okay, and let's restart. So second instance is started, and let's start the first one as well. Okay, let's going back to our inventory endpoint. Let's hit this. Again we are getting error. Going back to product service. Okay, so here we are not auto wiring. Let's auto wire this. Okay, stop all the services, and let's start first one. Okay, and after that let's start second instance as well. It started, and now let's hit this endpoint. We can see the information here. Okay, so like this you can make use this web client builder. And now, so what we need to do is, we have to check this instance details, how this instances are calling by using load balancer. So initially it is calling 8081, so that is instance 1. So let's hit second time. Okay, I'm going back to this console. Okay, let's hit multiple times, third time, fourth time, coming back here. Okay, so if you can see here, it is calling to 8081 first, and after that 8081 and 8082, and let's hit multiple times. So it should be called like two instances. Okay, so 8081, 8082. See, first it is called 8081, and after that 8082, and again 8081 and 8082. Okay, so this is how the load balancer will call these two instances. Okay, one by one. And so that's it about Spring Cloud Load Balancer. So if you like this, so please like this video. Okay.